I'm Black Betty. I'm here at Fangoria. This one's for you.
He asked how I write. Honestly, I used to write on my computer, and Quentin was like, man, you gotta fucking write with a pen. My pen is like my fucking antenna to God, all right? You just gotta fucking write it, all right? That's how you fucking do it. And I thought, okay, he's right. And I wrote Hostel 1 longhand. And then I had a notebook with me, and if I sit down and write at a computer, I'm fucking checking MySpace, I'm emailing people, I'm bloody disgusting, man. I don't write. But when I sit there with a notebook, I usually go to restaurants and I just start writing scenes, and then I put it on note cards. And it kind of like takes the pressure off yourself. You're just not so self-conscious about it. So when I'm writing, I just have my little notebook, and I write it in this chicken scratch that only I can read in case it ever gets stolen or lost. You're just writing and writing and writing, and then kind of once you have it all collated, that's when I type. Do I look up to Quentin as a writer-director or as the ultimate fanboy? I mean, I wouldn't say I look up to him as a fanboy. I appreciate that he's a fanboy. But I do look up to him as a writer-director. I thought Death Proof was fucking amazing. And I'm not saying that just because I had a part in it. Thank you very much. Come on, Death Proof. That was funny with Kurt Russell. That was all right. I think Quentin just amazes me, and watching him on set, that was the coolest part about being in Death Proof, was I got to watch Quentin do his thing, and you realize, like, even the fucking cigarettes, he's like, oh yeah, we got the red apple cigarettes, and it's like he designed the label of like the worm coming out of the apple and the cigarettes, and like the wrappers in the car for Kahuna Burger. He got that, like, he has the whole universe figured out, and it all works so beautifully. It is no accident his films are as visually lush and incredible. I mean, and he creates a great environment on set. He writes amazing roles, and he gets brilliant performances out of people. So, what was it like to work with David Lynch, and what was my take on Inland Empire? David Lynch was genuinely one of the sweetest, nicest guys I ever worked for. It's literally like I'd go to his house and he'd be like, okay, bud, here's the deal. Rabbits. I'm like, what? He's like, rabbits, man. We need rabbits. Real rabbits. And so I'd go to Western Costume and take photos. I'm like, David, what do you think is rabbit? This is bullshit, man. It's like the fucking Energizer Bunny. You gotta get me those rabbits, man. So I knew some guys, and we made these rabbit suits, and he's like, beautiful. Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna go and we're going to film some rabbits. But it's going to be Naomi Watts in the suit, but you can't say that it's Naomi. And we just go and shoot this crazy stuff. It was so much fun. And then when I saw Inland Empire, for me it was like surreal on top of surreal on top of surreal, because I had been there shooting so much of that stuff with him. Like, then I was like, oh, that's what he did with rabbits. It was kind of, at the time, there were just these ideas that were floating in and out of his head. So I loved it, but I loved David Lynch, but I was totally, I had been there for so much of it. It was like I couldn't even, for me it was just a whole other level of weirdness.